What's going on, boys? It's Flaws, and in this video we're going to be talking about the perfect way to start on the CT side on Dust 2. If I'm the long player, what I like to do is I'll push into this corner right here at the start of the round very quickly, aim down from this wire to the top of the building lip right here, and jump through like that. That's a quick popping smoke. And then I'll just go to the left side of this sidewalk as you're running up, and aim at the right side of the pole, and just throw a flash like that. That flash is going to pop, you can peek out with it. If you get the timing perfectly, the flash is going to pop, and then the smoke's going to pop like 2 or 3 milliseconds later. So that flash pops, you can peek out, take a quick fight. You might do some damage onto someone, and then the smoke pops, and maybe you don't get that kill. I'll follow that up with a nade like this. Or even if you just don't see anyone, you think someone's behind that smoke. Never hurts to throw a deep nade just to try to soften up those players that are playing towards their long doors. After I kind of feel like it's safe and I can cross, I'll usually make my way towards pit like this. Once I feel like I'm safe in pit, I'll just start jiggle peeking this angle right here. If I see anyone that's flying out, I'll kind of have a Molotov ready, throw it off the corner of the building like that. You can even follow this up with a nade by backing up and throwing your nade like this. The reason I like this nade while I'm backing up is if anyone is running a little bit faster towards me, that nade's going to mess them up a little bit more than one that lands like deeper like here. If you just kind of like left click throw it. So a little fancier, but it doesn't really matter too much. Like, make sure you're just backing up as you throw that. As you can see right there, it lands a little bit better for people that are just swinging out. If you have a flash, also keep in mind that you can throw it really hard off this wall right here and peek with it, and you won't be blinded by it. The T's are going to be full blind because they'll be looking for this headshot angle, right? As you kind of peek up into them, throw a little bit harder even, so just like that. There we go. Peek with this. You can easily see anyone that's swinging out here. You might get a free kill or two. You can always crouch down, sit back here a little bit more. That way you're taking these 1v1 duels, you're not just swinging out into 5 people that are all trying to fight you. So keep that in mind. It's a great way to just kind of delay. You can even wait for someone that's hard to throw a flash for you. If you want to have that early initial peek and you don't have a flash that you can throw off the wall, you can always have the car player throw a flash by coming to the doors right here, aiming kind of sort of at the corner of the wall right there, and aiming up to this wire. Throwing like that. Flash is going to pop right above you. You can peek with it. This is also a great flash for anyone that's been popping long a lot of the times. Even if they have this pixel angle, they're going to be full blind by that flash. It's a great way to kind of delay that early T aggression towards long. If you're playing on Cat, what I like to do early round, if I'm going for an aggressive play towards Palm Tree or Suicide, I'll kind of run up Cat right here, aim at the right side, and throw a molly out like that. I don't know why I threw it like that. There we go. At the bottom of the tunnels right here. So that's going to just delay any T's that are running up. And then I'll go for a peek towards mid. If I have a flash, I'll usually tend to just jump through it like this, and then peek with it. It's a great flash to get anyone that's a little bit deeper, top mid. You can even throw this with like a left click. It doesn't have to be a right click or anything like that, but something like this. Pops, you can peek with that. And it's usually a free kill if anyone's kind of stuck up here on Cat that's running up. You can usually hear that as well, so you hear people that are running up Cat, throw that flash, peek out, get a kill, throw your nades, and kind of fall back. This Cat player's position, I wouldn't go for that play too much. Like, it's going to be something that they're going to start to pick up on, have someone posted for you to swing, and then they're just going to start to take you out early in the round, which is not what you want if you're the Cat player. If you're the Cat player, you almost want to be like jiggling here, seeing someone, using utility to kind of soften them up. Same thing goes once that molly starts to fade, maybe I throw a nade in it. But like now, you're just trying to do damage to the T's as they're trying to hit the site and soften them up so that they can't just be swinging out Cat full HP, trying to take the site fast. Also, if you start to use these mollies like every round, you're starting to like that, and you want to fall back with these. A couple of good spots I like to play are ones right here. It's a little bit unorthodox, but you can see people's heads that are flying in through Cat. Great way to get like a quick kill, fall back to site. You're also not too exposed, like if you're playing tucked in somewhere like here, or tucked in at this wall. This is a great spot though, if you're playing counter flash. So let's say like I'm playing here with a teammate who's posted up in this corner. If we smoke this off, this teammate's just kind of holding right here for anyone that flies through the smoke. If the pop flash comes through, there's a really good chance that he gets full blind, but he can crouch in this position. Yeah, you're not like fully safe, but if you crouch down here and aim towards the wall for a quick second, after you get full blind, this person that's playing anti-flash can peek out right behind it and just be ready to take that kill or maybe trade that kill out. That's just kind of a interesting setup. I mean, it's not like the most standard one. The most standard one is probably someone here, someone playing posted up close to the wall as well. But if you want to change it up a little bit, those are just like a quick little tip of what you can do. If you're playing on the site, maybe you don't have someone that's playing with you, Cat. You can be here, or maybe you got a kill and you fell back to the site. You can be playing this angle. I said it in a previous video, you always want to be playing so that they have to commit to the site before you can even get the kill. So maybe here, or you're playing somewhere like this, just jiggling. You're not giving your life to an opera that just peeks right into you, because it is a really common angle for someone to play here. And if you throw a nade hard off of this wall right here, it's going to do a lot of damage to people that are kind of getting set up, and they're hanging out right around this spot, because this is where T's tend to hang out. You can do a lot of damage there. If you're playing in the site, it's even better. So like right off the wall like there. Maybe a little bit higher than that nade, but it does a great amount of damage to people that are just kind of hanging out. If you're expecting a hit, always throw that nade. Does good amount of damage, as I've said 3 times now. If you're playing mid and they start to smoke this off frequently, you don't really have to like panic too hard here, because if you can see over it, which I know it kind of can grow now, like in CS2, and if someone smokes Xbox, you can see top of mid, but what you can do is aim at the bottom of these doors and then just jump through your molly like this. It's gonna do a really good job of delaying the people if they're trying to run up palm tree. So like here, a lot of the times they'll just kind of sit behind this. Once you think that molly's fading, a lot of the times the T's are gonna be right behind it, so once that molly's fading, I can count in my head like 7 seconds. Then I can throw a nade right behind it. So kind of decent way to do some damage, maybe a little bit lower if I'm aiming a little lower, but still does some decent damage if the T's are grouped up, which they usually will be if they're trying to take this cat control. If I'm playing on the B site, this is one of those sites that's a little bit harder to actually solo, but I do tend to do it from time to time. I'll come towards this window at the start of the round and make sure I'm throwing a molly right in like this, right? And I'm getting set up in the site. If I want to go for this peek, I have no problem kind of just checking to see if anyone's trying to rush through, maybe getting a kill and then falling back to site. If that molly lands and you don't see anyone, or you don't think there's a lot of pressure early, what I'll tend to do is just start jump spotting, right? I jump spot while I'm pushing forward so that I have a tight little angle. If anyone's here opping in the back of tunnels, I can see them for a millisecond and they see me, but I'm knowing like, okay, there's someone set up there. If I do see that, I'll throw a smoke off the wall like this. I'll have a flash that I can throw in this corner and peek with it. But it's a really good way just to kind of delay. You want to be as tough to kill as possible in the site. You're kind of just delaying and hoping your team can start to support you through mid by throwing these flashes that land in front of this green box. Once those flashes land, you can peek with those, get some more free kills. But you're trying to be like a nuisance to the T's and not just go for a fight here, and if you die, you die. Like, that's not the goal of your player in the B site. You want to be as hard to clear as possible. You can even play from here, just taking weird fights, taking weird angles, not committing too hard to anything, and just kind of using their nades to slow them down and soften them up, as you've seen on the other parts of the map. But that's essentially what I like to do when I'm playing on Dust 2, and those are my kind of default routes that I like to go as a CT. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.